Okay, I don't exactly know how to say this because I'm doing this off the cuff. I really should go and write this down and try to present it in a way that could be understood, but this is coming from my heart, and the person that needs to get this message, even though it's meant for everybody like him, who could take some advice out of it. It's meant particularly for this guy. And since it's coming from me, he's going to know it's for him. Okay. First thing, you're getting to be aged. You're in your 40s. And you've got 30 to 40 years left of your life to live. Now, I have to ask you a serious question. Do you plan on living like a bum for the rest of your life for 40 years because you're unwilling to take care of yourself? Now, that's a hard question, but you need to take a look at it. You honestly need to take a look at it. The second question is, probably in your mind, well, why don't anybody care about me? And then the third question you have is, why do I have all these bills? Why do I owe so many people so much money? And where are all my tools? And the fourth question is, somebody stole my car. Where is it? Okay. First of all, now, I don't have the answer to these questions. Except, people do care about you. The problem is that you do not care about yourself. Okay, people can care about you all they want. But unless you care about yourself enough to take care of yourself and to accept their help so that you don't go back into the rut they found you in, there's nothing they can do for you. And you're going to run out of people. You're going to run out of folks. So you need to start taking care of yourself. When you go and get work from people, they generally don't want to see that person come back to them in the same condition that they hired you in. So in other words, if you come back the following week and you want to mow their lawn, trim their trees, fix their car, fix their truck, fix their lawnmower, anything like that, they don't expect to see you the next time unshaven with your hair uncombed in a snowsuit that was given to you by the shelter. And they certainly don't want you smelling like garbage when you go back to them for repeat business. Most people, they will hire somebody initially because they see the shape and condition that you're in, and you're working to better that. That's the reason why people hire. That is the reason why people give money, if these days they do it anymore, which I do not. I do not give money to anybody. And they hire people to work for them because they expect them to dress well, to be shaved, to have their hair combed, to have a decent pair of jeans, a shirt, and a nice pair of shoes. And if it's cold outside, they need to have a jacket. So if you're working to pay bills, you've got to look at it this way. You are the first bill that you got to pay. So if you need a shirt, a pair of pants, shoes, a jacket, a razor, and some shaving cream, and a brush or a comb or whatever, underwear, of course, you need to get those for yourself. That way, and then you need to show up in those clothes for repeat business. Because then you're showing those people that you're going to for repeat business that you're bettering yourself. Because nobody wants somebody that looks like a bum hanging out around their property. You scare people. You need to understand that. Where are my tools? You give them away and you loan them out. And then when they're loaned out, they don't get returned. Why? Probably because they said, oh, he don't need that. He can acquire another one. Look at all of his ability. They're either going to keep it or they're going to take it down to the pawn shop and sell it. You're not going to see it again. Don't give out your loan. Don't loan out your tools. Don't give your tools to anybody. Well, I ain't got money to pay my bills. Well, quit giving your money away. You're the first bill that you need to pay. Then your rent, your food, your clothes. If you have a car, you put gas in it and you pay the insurance. If you don't have a license, you need to get your butt down to DMV and get a driver's test and get your license. There is no excuse for somebody who can make $4,000 a month with all the talent that he has and still be bumming off of people month to month, day to day. Because you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your money. Now here's a mistake that you're making. You're looking for people that you can look up to who will lead you. I'm sorry, but in my experience, there ain't nobody. It ain't the pastor in the church. It ain't your friends. It ain't the DC legend on TV. It's you. You are the leader you need to look up to, which means you need to learn how to love yourself and trust yourself. Now, it's going to take you some time, but you need to find Jesus Christ. Now, I told you before, and I had you even look in the mirror. Well, it was my picture window, actually, is what it was. And I showed you what you look like. I don't even think you even saw what I was trying to show you. You were unshaven. You were wearing dirty clothes. You smelled horrible. And your boots have holes in them. And you're running around begging for people to take you in. Why? You make $4,000 a month. Why can't you why can't you pay rent? Why can't you buy your own food? Why can't you buy your own clothes? Why? Now I'm going to tell you a secret. All of y'all out there who are angry at God, who hate God or whatever, that's irrelevant at this point. Because God gave you the ability to make a living on earth. And He gave you a free will. And He gave you autonomy, which means that you can think for yourself, do for yourself. You don't need God to live on this planet. He certainly helps a great deal. But you don't need God. He created you autonomous. Think for yourself. Take care of yourself. Because if you don't love yourself and you don't care about yourself, you can't care about others and others cannot care about you. They can only take pity on you. And they can only nod their head when they see you in the alley. Because you didn't know, because you didn't do what you knew to do with the money that they gave you. For the work that you performed for them. Now I'm going to give you a warning. This guy and all of these other people out here that are in the same position. You're going to run out of people. Your granddad's going to die. Your grandma's going to die. Your dad and your mom is going to die. That's inevitable. Your friends are going to die, or they're going to let you down. You need to buck up, and you need to stand up, and you need to start walking straight. And you start doing for yourself what others cannot do for you. If you've got gifts, talents, and abilities, those are for you to prosper with. They're not for everybody else. And when you get money, you don't give it away. You pay your bills, you take care of you. You feed yourself. You put yourself in shelter. You put yourself in clothes. You buy you a car. You put insurance on the car. You put gas in the car. If you have a wife and kids, your priority is your wife and kids. It ain't Joe down the street. And it ain't Jerry on the other end of the street. And it ain't the guy that keeps coming back week after week after week because he knows you got money and you're going to give it all to him. Does this sound familiar? Like you got paid $1,500 and you had none of it left as soon as you got paid because everybody came and said, let me borrow it. Even after you paid them what they should have been paid for helping you. Okay. Now for right now, you've got somebody that's willing to help you. But if you're not willing to help yourself, that person's probably going to back away from you. Because this person is way too old and can barely take care of herself. You need to be taking care of her. And if you are running around giving away your money to somebody else and you're not paying rent for staying in her place, you deserve to be kicked out. You deserve to be on the street. And you don't come over here. Now that's what I got to say to this guy and to all these other people who have talents, who are living on the street, who don't care about themselves. You do what I had to do. You look yourself in the mirror and you start standing up straight and you start taking care of yourself. Because ain't nobody going to do it for you.